Welcome back to 31 Days of Oscar here on TCM. I'm Dave Karger. We're in the middle of a night of Oscar-winning and nominated boxing movies, and up next is a powerful character study of two small-time boxers, directed and produced by John Huston. From 1972, it's Fat City. Based on a novel by Leonard Gardner, who also wrote the screenplay, the story follows a former small-time champion who believes he can still make a comeback even though his glory days are well behind him. He sees something of his former self in a teenage boxer training for the ring who shares the same dream of fame and fortune. John Huston was attracted to the story in part because it allowed him to tap into his own personal interest in boxing. As a young man, he had been a semi-professional boxer in Los Angeles. Huston was 65 years old when Fat City premiered and was more than 4 decades into his extraordinarily long and successful Hollywood career. Initially, he planned to cast Marlon Brando as the washed-out older boxer, having recently worked with Brando on the 1967 drama Reflections in a Golden Eye. But Brando had just finished starring in The Godfather and was looking to take a break from the screen. So instead, Huston turned to an actor who was far less well-known, Stacy Keach. To co-star as the young, aspiring boxer, Huston cast Jeff Bridges, who had just made the Peter Bogdanovich drama that would yield him his first Oscar nomination, The Last Picture Show. The cast of Fat City also includes Candy Clark, making her film debut as Bridges' girlfriend, as well as Susan Terrell, who earned the film's one and only Oscar nomination for her performance as a barfly who has a complicated relationship with Keach. From Columbia Pictures in 1972, this is Fat City. Fat City was a relatively small production for producer-director John Huston, but it turned out to be one of his biggest hits in years. The film also earned glowing reviews. More than anything, Fat City proved that John Huston was still one of the most competent directors in the business, still going strong more than 30 years after his directorial debut with The Maltese Falcon back in 1941. In the late 1940s and early 50s, John Huston was on a particularly impressive streak, earning Oscar nominations as both the writer and director of 3 of the biggest hits of the era, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, for which he won 2 Oscars, as well as The Asphalt Jungle and The African Queen. Huston continued making movies and directed his final film, The Dead, in 1987. Along the way, he earned a total of 14 Oscar nominations, including 8 as a screenwriter, 5 as a director, and 1 as an actor, for his supporting role in the 1963 drama, The Cardinal. Coming up, Kirk Douglas gives a star-making performance in a boxing drama from 1949.
Next on TCM, Champion, then Golden Boy, and later, Somebody Up There Likes Me, Oscars Undefeated Tonight.